for a long time. Hopefully this works out. I'm hoping it does. Now, in other Star Wars news, for those of you thinking, well, how much further can they go? Well, honestly, these little tie-in movies have become the greatest thing that they could do. But other than tie-in movies, they're giving people the other portion of what they've always wanted to see. Singular stories. And they have confirmed 3 Star Wars spin-off movies. The first one, of course, would be Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is the spin-off film that no one asked for.
It is true.
Nobody asked for it. Nobody want Kenobi. Nobody want Kenobi. No, I can't do it. Whatever. Nobody want Kenobi. Nobody want Kenobi.
What if you mean Ben Kenobi?
I know, right? Anyway, yeah, that was like the dumbest question in that movie. It's like, really, dude? Like that was like the moment you were, like, if they were around back then, that was the moment you wanted them to make a meme of Batman slapping Luke Skywalker. It's like, shut up! Stupid. Well, other than Obi-Wan Kenobi, we are also going to get a spin-off Yoda film, which a lot of people have been clamoring to see young Yoda and how badass he could have been and everything like that. And, of course, a spin-off film that everybody has been waiting to see. Boba Fett, baby! The Fett Man. Except you.
It's not that I don't want to see it. I'm still in that place of I don't understand why he has such a fan base. He basically got punked out in that.
Yeah, I
scene.
know.
So
we don't discuss this. We don't discuss this. This does not get discussed.
But then what's the point?
This does not get discussed. That didn't happen. Didn't happen.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, well, it didn't happen. That's why you don't get it.
Okay.
It didn't happen. Silence. Anyway, moving forward. All right. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite dropped this new trailer. It's story mode trailer, and holy whoa! And Miss Foxy, who's not really into that games or whatever, was actually rather intrigued once the story mode came up and a certain character popped up, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is the character of Nemesis. The moment Nemesis came up, we were sitting here watching the trailer,
Marvel,
and she's like,
Capcom.
Oh, okay.
She's sitting here, we're watching the trailer, and she's like, okay, yeah, this looks cool. And then Nemesis came up, and he went, stars. And she literally sat here on this bed, on that side, and went, sold.
No. I went, dibs on Nemesis when you get the game.
Yeah, she says, dibs on Nemesis when you get your name. Yeah. That was it. Like, but she rose her head, she was dibs on Nemesis with you.
He's so handsome. I love Nemesis. I'm twisted. I'm sorry. I'm very twisted. She
got her little baby right
I got
there.
my baby Nemesis right here. I love him. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm really weird.
There's no question where Jace gets it from. There's no question where Jace gets it from.
Cute.
I mean, we'll give you since it's a spoiler episode after the news and everything. We'll give you guys the spoilers onto the items we've gotten Jace for his birthday.
Oh my god! Yeah,
it's horrible, but it's horrible in a good way.
Yes, Resident Evil Nemesis, Richard Phillips. Yes.
Yes. All right.
Because Leon is the character.
No, Jill.
Jill
Valentine.
Jill is in. Jill Valentine is in.
I thought that was Leon.
Jill, no, there's another character. There's a character from the Stars that's in it as well. I don't know the character's name.
Carlos.
Yeah, it's Carlos.
There we go. Thank you. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, pressing forward with Thursday news. We had mentioned, brought up a while ago, there was going to be a DC Elsewhere universe story called Batman White Knight, where pretty much, if you recall, the Joker is cured of his insanity and everything like that, and then leads on a crusade to bring in the Batman, faulting him for everything that's going wrong with Gotham.
Yes.
And everything like that. Well, an interesting development, they have finally, for this story arc, the writer behind it and everything tweeted a picture along with the Joker's name for the movie, for this book, which turned out to be a huge Easter egg.
Oh.
Huge Easter egg. The name, the real name for the Joker in the White. Remember, this is not the whole DC universe. This is an Elseworld story.
Yes.
Yeah.
The real name for the Joker in White Knight is none other than Jack Napier.
Oh shit.
The 1989 Jack Nicholson Joker.
Oh, damn.
Mhm.
Because
That's
I
awesome.
knew it sounded familiar.
Yes, he is in. Because because Jack Nicholson's Joker was a gangster by the name of Jack Napier.
Yes.
So he's put a really cool picture of the Joker, like a blue sketch, and he's like, yeah, yes, my new favorite character, Jack Napier.
Nice.
Yes, so it's a huge Easter egg and obviously homage to Jack Nicholson and his performance as the classic Joker. I don't know if there's going to be an actual movie tie-in per se in terms of the Joker's background.
Maybe
but
they'll
no.
just have him dancing to Prince in the background.
Doesn't-
That would be epic.
But just that alone made people go,
Yeah.
whoa!
I know. Yeah.
Really? Everybody's going
Yes.
for that? Yeah, feel free to read some if you want.
Yeah, Richard Phillips, awesome. I like it. John Garabedian is like, what? And Margaret Ryder finds it very interesting.
I can't wait for White Knight to come out. Like, I'm really, this sounds really good.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing, the Joker one-shots always just turn out to be,
Yeah.
masterpieces of reading. Like, unbelievable masterpieces of reading. Down to the last one that came out. Like, the Joker one-shots are just absolutely incredible. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here's an interesting thing. Now, remember how we had mentioned that for some reason the Inhumans just to us look very shoddy, look very cheap, and everything like that. We had mentioned the costumes look cheap,
Yeah.
look very cheesy, look
Yes.
very cheap. They look well. For those of us that were all been saying it for so long, and pretty much the director behind it has pretty much confirmed us as all being right.
Oh shit.
The director revealed that Marvel has wanted the Inhumans to be done as quickly and cheaply as possible.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He has gone on to say, I think they like me for the job because I was able to, with my action movies, to shoot in a very short time, or with very low budgets. Action that looks like big budget movie. The schedule was super tight. I had a TV schedule time to shoot it with IMAX cameras, 20 days to shoot 2 episodes.
Oof.
It's nerve-wracking, but I came from a low-budget film world, so 20 days for me is a luxury.
Wow. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so there's the one thing that they did show, it was posted before we came on the air. The one thing that someone did notice is that they may have at least improved on Medusa's hair. Because remember, the first image is that wig or whatever it looked
Medusa's
horrible.
hair looked like friggin' what's her name? From Team Rocket.
Yeah, oh, Jessie.
Yeah, it looked like Jessie's just
It looked bad. It looked bad. But
Yeah.
there's a newer image from the actual show where the hair is a lot flatter and looks a little more natural, so to speak. But yeah, apparently it has been confirmed that they haven't put a lot of money and time behind this thing. They're just looking to
yeah.
pump it out.
I mean, the low budget or not. I mean, there's a lot of low budget cosplayers that put out better work with less
Yeah.
money than what they would have had when it comes to costuming, though.
I bet the actor that played Ramsay Bolton is sitting there going, why the fuck did they have to kill me? Why did I have to die? Why did I want to die on Game of Thrones? I could have at least lasted to the second to last season instead of doing this shit.
But that's the thing that bothers me the most when it comes to the Inhumans costumes. It's like, okay, yes, you say you have a low budget. Your low budget is still pretty high budget in comparison to, what I said, what cosplayers often have.
I mean,
and cosplayers make fantastic, beautiful things.
on little to nothing.
Yes.
Even down to the most simplistic thing. When we were looking at the first images while we were doing the show of the costumes, and we're looking at the hemming and the
Yes.
seaming, and it's bunchy, and it's ripply, and it looks
Yeah.
horrible. I can't even say it looks amateur, because like you said, some cosplayers make amazing outfits.
Yes.
And you would consider that almost amateur.
Yeah.
So for the fact that these are supposed to be quote-unquote professionals, and it looks like something done from a seamstress class.
Yeah.
You know?
Precisely.
It's pretty sad. Now, in terms of Friday news, it's not a whole lot, but it's some really, really cool things. For you Lock and Key fans...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got your attention on that
You
one.
did.
Lock and Key fans, Hulu is in fact doing a Lock and Key series.
Okay.
No worries here. And everything like that. And they have cast their character of Nina Locke
Okay.
with British actress Frances O'Connor. For those of you that are not familiar with the name, you're probably going to be familiar with the face. She was the love interest in the Brendan Fraser movie Bedazzled.
Okay.
She's playing that character. Fantastic actress and everything like that. She still looks the same.
Really?
I would say, like, given Bedazzled was how many years ago? Quite a few.
2000. Yeah.
Before we met.
Before we met, and she only probably looks about barely 5 years older.
Nice.
She looks like the same. She looks absolutely stunning and everything like that. But yeah, she's been cast into that role.
Oh, I can't wait for that fucking series. Oh my god.
All right, for you. Also, today we finally got our first teaser trailer for the upcoming Punisher series. Actual footage gives you a little bit of a background in terms of it's like less than a minute. It's about 50 seconds. It gives you a little background on what's his motivation on this one. Now, also earlier in the week, they interviewed the actor who's playing the Punisher, and he said what he wanted to really do was stay true, that he fought for was staying really true to the character. He didn't want to make the character of Frank Castle an absolute hero, because he's not.
Yeah.
He's not a hero. He's like, I can only relate to, I try to relate to him as best as possible in terms of being a father myself, and what if a husband, father, what if I was in that situation?
Yeah.
So he's like, does he kind of do heroic things? Yes, but more so no. He goes, I don't want to give fans reasons to cheer him. I would rather give fans reasons to potentially cheer for his actions, because how they personally feel if they were in that situation.
That makes sense.
So he's trying to keep a very dark and gritty tone with the character Frank Castle without making him a hero.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. All right. For you binge watchers, on this day we have not one but two awesome things for you to binge watch. Today was the release of The Defenders on Netflix, which apparently has already been graded 100% fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. Apparently Defenders is getting a lot of really big reviews.
I've seen people on my Facebook feed that took off of work
For
to
this.
binge watch this.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It came out at Ron, our friend Captain Ron. He was trying to stay up because it dropped at 3 a.m. But
Wow.
he couldn't make it.
Yeah, so he just took the day off, huh?
No, he ended up going to work, but a bunch of my other friends on Facebook took off
Ah,
to
it's funny.
binge watch, and some are already finished.
Yeah, and they're apparently it's getting great reviews. It's
Yeah,
getting
it
absolutely.
really
I mean,
is.
I mean, when you get a fresh from Rotten Tomatoes, that says a lot, because
It
like
does.
they're like movie and show Nazis. Like, you know,
are. They
they're
really
hard
are.
to appease.
They are.
They are hard to appease. So it's like anytime, like we tend not to not listen to critics or anything like that. But when Rotten Tomatoes gives something like a really high mark, that's the one that makes everybody go.
Well, damn. Mm-hmm.
Well then, what's going on over here? So yeah. And other than that, for your binge watching pleasure, available today on YouTube,
Yes.
Season 2 of Southpaw Regional Wrestling is back. I can't wait to watch. Seth already actually watched it. We're holding on. We're going to watch it this
I've
weekend.
seen it before the show. It's great.
This one, so new additions to this one we know is Seth Rollins.
And Rhino, they're playing some kind of butchers.
Renee Young, correct?
Yeah, Renee Young.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Natalia.
Natalia is in this one.
Yeah. Oh my god. There's so many.
Fandango just looks, in the trailer alone, he looks hilarious in
Yeah.
this. He just acts absolutely freaking hilarious. And I'm assuming everybody that was in it originally is back in this one, or are there a couple people that didn't come back?
No, they came back. They all
Oh,
came
so
back.
everybody's back.
Except for Rusev, Lana, and somebody else I forgot. But
Well, Rusev had the injury, so I guess,
Yeah.
obviously that was the deal there. And Lana's been busy with Divas and everything like that. But, I got so... And Margaret tagged me via Twitter today that it was out and everything like that, and it just exploded onto the scene. Apparently, there's some sort of 2K event. I just got a bulletin. Altercation breaks out between Cesaro and Sheamus, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose at the 2K18 kickoff party. That just happened. Literally just happened. I don't know, like that. And ladies and gentlemen, wow, at the 10 o'clock mark, that is the